Welcome back to the PI Planning Cooking Show. This episode we're going to talk about socialization.
Welcome to the PI Planning Cooking Show with Shane Harrison.
That's the preparation work you do before PI planning. Zig Ziglar said success occurs when preparation meets opportunity. PI planning itself, if nothing else, is an opportunity. It's probably the biggest opportunity you're going to get. And socialization is the preparation Zig Ziglar is talking about. Socialization is the process of sharing, reviewing, revising, not just the features that you're going to work on, but everything else that you're going to change when you hit that PI planning boundary. That PI planning boundary is a pivot point. It's the time where you can change all kinds of things. You can change your architectural strategy, you can change your team structure, your art structure if you're running a solution, your solution structure. It's the time to bring new people into the team. It's time to do things like swap. So you can swap one Scrum Master from one team to another. You can change other roles within the organization. You can introduce new capabilities. For example, you may not have been using a tool like test left before this time, and now you can introduce that new tool and do the training during your IP iteration, which of course is part of PI planning. And socialization is when you're starting to inform the teams of all of those changes that are coming. Let's not forget features, of course. They are the most important things that you're going to be talking about, but do not forget everything else. If you only talk about the features and then you ambush, and really if you're in a team it feels like an ambush, a change in team structure or roles or tools at PI planning, they are not going to be happy with you. So take this opportunity, which is socialization, and share all of those things that are necessary and that need to be known by the team so they can plan and execute the next PI. Remember, they don't execute just features. When they execute, they have to live within the context of those things we talked about before. They live within the context of the tool set that you're giving them. They live within the context of the architectural model that they have. So socialization is about looking at all of those things, identifying what the changes that you are going to make are, and then starting to do that communication. But of course, let's not forget, we're here to build capabilities, we're here to solve problems, we're here to leverage opportunities. So features are a big part of it, but the reason I'm emphasizing these other elements is if you don't communicate those as well, what's going to happen is your teams are just going to get confused. Because what they're going to find is that I know all about the features, but who's this new guy sitting next to me? Or why have I got a new Scrum Master? So take that opportunity to communicate all of that information during socialization. Who's involved in socialization? Product management, architecture, delivery management, testing, quality. All of these people needed to be included in the socialization discussion. They all need to have the opportunity to ask and have questions answered. But that's not enough. It is not enough to sit in the room and go, hey, any questions? And you'll hear the sound of silence. Silence is not affirmation. You need positive affirmation. You need to make sure that they don't have any other questions, that they understand what you've asked them to do or what's coming up, and then they make sure that they have the chance to feed back. There is no way as an RTE, a product manager, a solution manager, or anyone else in the organization, you can know all the answers to all the questions. So if anything, you want to pull questions out of the organization. So you want to work in small teams, but we're going to go on to that in one of the next sessions. So we've talked enough about socialization now, and I want to end it with one thing. Socialization ends only when everybody fully understands what we're about to do, why we're about to do it, and they believe they can execute and successfully achieve those things. So as a roundup, before we end this one, we're going to the SAFE Summit in October, And we're going to be meeting with lots of interesting people. We're going to do lots of interviews. We're going to be doing more 5 things I wish you knew before we did PI planning. But we would like to ask them questions that are relevant to you, questions that are on your mind. So in the comments below, put any questions that you might have for people with 5 and 10 years of Agile experience. Even some people actually have 10 years of SAFe experience. Put those questions in there. We'll be taking those to the summit and we'll be getting the answers for you. And I bet they'll be interesting for us too. So anyway, if you've liked the video, press the like button and subscribe. And if you want to know next time the video's up there, press the little bell. So thank you for joining us on another episode of the PI Planning Cooking Show. And we'll be back shortly to talk more about socialization.
That's the PI Planning Cooking Show with Shane Harrison.